Hey everyone, my name is Bryce and welcome back to another video on the channel. If you enjoy this videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by, hopefully, usually I'll say by the end of the year, and this time, well yeah, it's kind of like the end of the year. So, 100 subscribers by the end of the year, that'd be really great for me. And I want to address one thing. It's about the mock drafts. Yes, I promised I would do 3. The reality is that I'm probably not going to do any. I'm probably not going to do any of it. So, yay. I'm not going to do a mock draft because I don't simply have the time to do research. I have school. And if you hear background noises, I'm sorry. It's my family. They're over right now. So, hooray for me. But I'm going to talk about the Bears' schedule. And I saw Tom Grassi do this on the Packers, so I'm going to do mine on the Bears. Starting off, I know there's going to be 17 games, but there's going to be a different, I believe, division game, or another division game this year for the Bears. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to discuss the 16 games so far. And I don't want to talk about free agency. I will not talk about free agency. So, anyway, we're going to get started. And we're going to start off with all the Nfc North teams. The Detroit, at home against the Detroit Lions. This should be a dub for the Bears. I know the offense can be decently good. It's going to be decently good with Jared Goff. But without Matthew Stafford, who knows what Jared Goff is going to be like with the new offense. So I think the Bears will win at least one game there. Away against the Lions, it'll probably be a close game, but I think the Lions will win in their home stadiums in that game. So that's something for the Bears. So the Bears are 1-1. I'm not gonna really talk much about the Packers. They're a good team. Everyone knows that. And I think the Packers are gonna sweep the Bears this year again. And I know I'm not a good Bears fan when I say that, but promise me, the Bears are better than the Packers. They were better overall last year. So I think they're gonna be better this year too. So I think the Bears 1-3 already at home against the Vikings. This should be a victory. Kirk Cousins, I don't even know what's gonna happen to him after this year. So I think we should win at home against the Vikings. So that should bring us to 2-3. Away against the Vikings, it really depends. I'm going to say right now, I believe that we will lose on the road against the Vikings. I mean, we lost to them at home, so you never know. It could be something else. Actually, you know what, I'm going to stick with it. So the Bears are 2-4 up to this point. Everyone cool with that? Okay. Now we're going to we're going to go in order for Wikipedia. NFC West opponents. Oh my god. What the heck? Okay, whatever. Arizona Cardinals. At home against the Arizona Cardinals. This is going to be a game. This should be one heck of a game. This should be. And I think the Bears will pull this game out. And I think the Bears will win this game. I think it's gonna be a decent scoring game. I think the Bears will pull out this one. So the Bears right there. That's, I believe, 3-4 there. Okay. Now at home against the 49ers. This game probably gonna be close with Jimmy G back. We know how healthy that team's gonna be. But I think the Bears maybe pull off an upset. This could be an upset game for the Bears. So I think the Bears will pull off an upset against the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to be back at full strength. Maybe a few injuries here and there, but you never know. So yeah, I think the Bears will pull off a win against the 49ers in an upset. This is my opinion. You can just like it how much you like. That brings us to 4-4. Okay. On the road against the Los Angeles Rams against Matthew Stafford. This is going to be one heck of a game. But I do think the Rams will pull it off. And the Seattle Seahawks, we tried to get Russell Wilson. And I think the Bears are going to try and pay for that. I think they're going to pull off an upset against the Seahawks. That's my opinion. You can dislike how much you like. But I think the Bears will pull off an upset against the Seahawks, bringing their record, a total record, to 5-5. Now at home against the New York Giants, this should be a dub. Depends on what happens. I mean, I believe the Giants got Kenny Galladay. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. That's what the comments are allowed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Giants got Kenny Galladay. I think the Bears defense should withstand this. It depends on who the Bears get in the draft. But I think, I don't know what the Bears are going to do, to be honest. But I think the Giants will, I think we'll win against the Giants. That gets us to 6-5. On the road against the Buccaneers. We beat them at home this year, in 2020 barely. And, Tom Brady's age is going to be a factor, but I don't think age is going to matter with him. So, this should be a close game, but I think the Bucs will pull it out. And now the Bears are 6-6. I'm not going to provide too much description because I'm not that kind of person. And now we're going to the AFC North. This is probably where the Bears are going to crumble. At home against the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, I don't think I have to say more. Bears are going to lose this one. Bears will go to, I think that's 6-7. At home against the Bengals, this should be a win, depending on how Joe Burrow is playing. I believe this will be a win for the Bears. And I believe the Bears go to 7-7. I believe. And on the road against the Browns were on fire last year. They could have gone, if it weren't for Chad Henne, they could have gone to the Super Bowl, depending on how well they would play against the Bills. So the Browns are a good team, obviously, but will they be good enough to beat the Bears? Who knows? This will probably, I can't really decide much between this, but I'm going to go ahead with the Bears getting an upset against the Browns on the road too. It's not like 2017 when the Browns were 0-16. Then on the road against the Steelers. My dad's a Steelers fan, by the way. And I believe the Steelers will win this game because they got Big Ben. They restructured his contract to the point where he was happy, and the Steelers got actual cap space. So I believe that the Steelers will win the game. Overall, I have the Bears going 8-8. Depending on how well the Lions do, I believe they will be second place in the NFC North. Now, it also depends on how well the Vikings do, because I have no idea what their schedule is. Probably the same. But I don't know who their conference opponents are. So, hooray for me. Now, if there's a 17th game, which there probably is, and I believe I thought it was going to be interconference. So it's going to be like in the NFC North. They're playing against a different team in the NFC North. Or NFC in general, I believe. So, I wonder who's going to play in that game. If it's going to be like an NFC East team, the Bears will win that game. The Bears could be like 9-8, if that's possible. But overall, if they're going to maybe have a winning record, maybe they sweep the Lions. And maybe they sweep the Vikings. Or. If they sweep the Vikings and the Lions, they go to, I believe they go to 10-6 if that's the case. That's best case scenario. I don't think I'm going to change much with the other teams. So, I think the worst case scenario is if they get swept by, is if they lose against the Browns, obviously. And maybe if they get swept by the Vikings. Actually, no. If they lose to the 49ers, that should be something else too. So maybe worst case scenario, I believe will be 6-10 for the Bears. Double-digit losses, not great. If that's the case, Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy will be gone, which I kind of want, to be honest, right now. Best case scenario, I think I already said 10-6. Maybe a playoff berth if that's good enough for a playoff berth this year. But I think right now, the most substantial option for the Bears is 8-8. They might keep Matt Nagy with that record. Probably not Ryan Pace. So, right now I have the Bears going 8-8. Bears fans are probably not going to like me, but I'm being brutally honest. This is what I think the Bears are going to do. They're not going to be that good of a team. They have Andy Dolan as their starting quarterback. They gave him $10 million. And that's not really great. So I think the Bears will go 8-8 with Andy Dolan. Worst case scenario, 6-10. Best case scenario. Best case scenario, 10-6. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if I'm disappointing you that there's no mock draft. So I'll see you guys later with a different kind of like video, hopefully. Maybe it's my reaction to the Bears. To the who the Bears pick in the draft, because honestly, who knows what the crap noodles they're gonna be doing in the draft. So see you guys later. Bye.